Hey everybody, welcome back to VR Master League here on Season 2, the first week of it. And we're restarting, I suppose, our cast here after a little bit of a delay, not too long since the last match. And we have ourselves one with high ping, that is to say, the team, facing off against Anomaly, who we just saw yesterday. So, at the caster's desk, this time you're joined by Palidore, and I'm joined by SputnikKobra right back here. How's it going, Sputnik?
It's going pretty good. Excited to see this matchup between High Ping and Anomaly. We saw Anomaly last night play against Redshift, and they really surprised. They have an incredibly strong stack. They run it with incredible accuracy, consistency, and a lot of velocity. So I really want to see how they do tonight.
Well, exactly. It'll be very fun to watch. I have no doubt, of course. For once in my life, I'm gonna try not to mention. No, never mind. We're just gonna go with it. I'm not gonna casters anything. So here we go. We got Anomaly, we got High Ping. They've been pinged on Discord. We'll see how it goes. Actually, I'm seeing on Discord. Whoosh asking me if I'm there. Yes, indeed, I am there. I'm there. All right, so on this matchup, this will be, I think, a lone stream for the moment, but we do have more following a little bit later in the night. In roughly 1 hour from now, it'll be There Is No Team making their stream debut versus High Voltage, who were, in fact, streamed earlier in the week once, I do believe. And yeah, that'll be right here on this channel. And just the same, we'll have Nitro versus Wombo combo directly following that. And then about an hour after that, it'll be Turbo versus Team Spectre. So two teams I'm not super familiar with, but looking forward to getting to know. And I got a fair amount of hype votes there, 14 at 8:30 Pacific time, or 11:30 p.m. Central, or no, Eastern time. There you go. So that'll be your schedule for the remainder of the night, at least on this channel. I know Sir Dimwee on Channel 3 is also streaming some cast list matches, just to kind of preserve the voice, but still get some video footage in, so you can check that out throughout the night. But yes.
I didn't know his voice was that gone, so it's good to hear that. Even in his inability to cast, he still wants to support this league as best as he can. And Sir Dimwee loves to cast and play as well. He's not playing this season, but he loves to play and cast with incredible intensity, and it definitely shows. And there's always a little bit of a toll when you put so much energy into it. So it's good to hear that he's still around and kicking today.
Yeah, of course. And well, you make it sound like he was in danger or something, but nonetheless, he's on the definitely going to be on the mend, and just more so precautionary than much more so than anything else. You know, there's a lot of games, and Sir Dimwee, you know, much like a lot of us here, you know, yourself and myself, committing a lot to getting a lot of these teams casted here throughout the season, and week 1 for that matter. Already a pretty high percentage of teams casted, I think, all things considered.
I definitely should have maybe used a different term than around and kicking. And
yeah, that you're fine.
Yeah, he's still kicking. So yeah, I don't have any other words. I really can't. But no, it's going to be a good matchup. We're just waiting for both teams to ready up to start this neutral joust, and we'll be underway pretty soon. I don't really have any predictions.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure, but I mean, Anomaly definitely impressed, you know, earlier on in the week. And okay, looks like we do indeed have our start here. So I was being notified in Discord there were some potential connection things going on. I'm not really sure how or what, but either or, we've got ourselves the first round start here. High Ping over on the orange side. It's Brandon, Chandler, Short, Luke. Hi there, I'm Doug. Oh, another Echo Arena Doug, how about that? And we got Average Toast over on Anomaly blue team. It's Acorn, Moonface, Whoosh, and -0.
And looking for that pass on floor, they'll find it to Short Luke. Short Luke going for that cross pass, a little too far ahead, and will bounce off the Geo. He scramble at ceiling for possession, taken away by Brandon Chandler. Chandler going for that pass to Bowtie. Player may have not been expecting they'll lose possession. They'll gain it right back, so Average Toast right up to block. And they're just looking to get started.
Yeah, and, hi there, I'm Doug. Well, Doug going for the pass, trying to find his teammate over there high in the air just as well. Short Luke with the disc, trying to find a pass, actually a bounce conveniently there, and good passing plays here from High Ping, unable to convert on the shot, taken from a little bit far out, so we'll allow Moonface here to get the deep shot, and is it good? No, it's taken by Short Luke.
Trying to find that pass along the ceiling, and will go along ramp into the hands of Acorn. Acorn going to send it down mid. And they'll take their time. Whoosh looking for his angle, and it'll be shut down by Short Luke, and Short Luke immediately sending it through mid.
Yeah, there it goes. Hello to everyone in chat, by the way. I see Sweet Tooth and Chocolate in there. I see a Dwarf right over the grass, and we see Fars, Walker Noble, a lot of people hopping in. Good, glad to see you. Glad you guys are doing well. We're doing well.
I'm doing all right. And down to Short Luke. Short Luke down under pressure. Going to bring it right up into the bubble. And up to Brandon Chandler. Brandon Chandler going to try and find that shot, but -0 shutting down that angle to the bottom pocket.
Oh, this is what we already saw from -0 just in earlier streams, and definitely a boon on the defense. But over here on the offense, oh, look, it's taken out by Short Luke, and ooh, maybe too short of a clear. Just going to bounce right back towards the bubble. The goal here, giving Anomaly, it seems, maybe another chance to drive it in, and indeed a pass, a nice dive, however, and Doug gets the grab. That's a very nice dive to enable the defense to recover, and now maybe enable even a chance at this goal with enough speed on the stacks here.
So on the ceiling, it will be Short Luke, and they have this 3-2 advantage as they approach the bubble. Just going to take it right in, send it up to Ness.
Beautiful.
Take the shot will be Average Toast, so taking the lead will be High Ping with less than 3 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, that was a nice move. I really like that from Short Luke. Just drove it in. Kind of did a little bit of a look away to freeze the defense, handed it off right there to the Ness pass, and well, you saw what the rest, how the rest unfolded. So that was a really nice move there to start off in a very good way for High Ping.
Moonface up to Whoosh. Whoosh not under pressure just yet. Sends that cross pass. He's going to miss its target. Be picked up off the wall. So Moonface is going to set it right down to low block, and Acorn going to take it in for 2 points at 4 meters.
There you go, Acorn planting the seeds and getting the tie up right here after only 17 seconds into that joust. So a few minutes it took to get that first score, and then immediately after kind of woke up Anomaly a little bit perhaps, and they're right up there with a score of their own.
And with possession, we'll be high there. I'm Doug. Trying to find that pass. Going to throw an interception to Acorn. Acorn going to go off this roof, off the ceiling. It's going to not be on target. It's going to bounce, but back to Moonface. Moonface for the cross.
Oh.
Up and down to Whoosh at 1 meter.
Up and down and working it all around into the goal. That was great on the pass work. And you know me, I love myself the passes, and that was very fun to watch.
A great rollout. A great defensive rollout and quick play in transition as they made it their way from defense to offense so seamlessly. So it will be Doug taking it again, slapping off the Geo, trying to find that pass. Gonna bounce off the floor, be picked up by Average Toast. Average Toast is going to look for that shot, but be stunned out and picked up by Acorn for the clear.
And that's right, Walnut. Oh, that shot may be going in. I'm sorry, was that pun a little bit too corny for you? But over to the sidewall is going to be taken, looks like by Whoosh, and the back passing here coming into play as Acorn going to find the goal, but a little bit ambitious, and oh, nice stun there from Whoosh, who gets the grab and just as well finds a pass. Whoosh doing a little bit of it all, and he enables Moonface to get that goal. Short Luke, almost the save it looks like, but either or, that's still a nice series of plays from Anomaly and from Whoosh.
Short Luke definitely making it a little more difficult for his goalie in the back line to stop that. Ricocheting off his head. So an unfortunate series of events, but Doug will send it through 2. Will bounce off the Geo back to their side of the court and into the hands of this Anomaly defense.
Yeah, and a good pass there again. The two-man game, but too strong on that return pass. Will be contested pretty well here now outside the bubble. The goalie diving out a little bit dangerous, but you know it paid off because Doug not only gets the clear, they get the immediate boost, so that's some great speed. However, an overshoot, no matter. There's the Luke, and that is cool hand Luke with the long-range shot. Nothing short about it. That's a nice 3-point hit. 5 6. So Anomaly still in the lead here, but that's a nice return from High Ping.
Absolutely. It's only a 1-point differential. Past the halftime mark, 4 minutes on the clock, so joust advantage to Anomaly. Wanting to keep this lead, take round 1. Had extremely strong performance last night. Let's see if they can keep that record. So up to ceiling to Acorn. Acorn looking for the angle, descending and finding the 2-pointer at 4 meters. Excuse me, Moonface with the assist by Acorn.
Yeah, Moon landing in the goal right there. And it's 8-5. There's 3:48 remaining. I'm just gonna wear you down. Just a battle of attrition. That's what it is, chat. I'm gonna wear you down, each one of these. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are joining us, though. I love you. Here we go. It's Doug with a clear, or the pass out rather, on this joust. So will be just a turnover, unfortunately, to -0.
So Woosh with possession, going for that long shot, and completely shut down by Doug at the back line. So Doug moving his way towards that tube, sees that opponent approaching, sends it to mid, and Short Luke looking for another pass, but it's going to bounce off the Geo and be a scramble, and going to go back into the hands of High Ping.
And Moonface now getting the clear, but there's again the speed coming through. They get a little bit caught up on the tiny island over here. But unfortunately, stranded them just long enough to get this disc right back over to the blue side. But some more mishandling, little time to work with. It's going to be taken by Average Toast. And Toast trying to get one right over to the other side. A bounce will conveniently go to his teammate, but unable to really collect that one or make a shot off of it. So a deep clear, perfectly placed, in fact, directly through the tunnel into the waiting hands of Doug.
And Short Luke will be stunned out as he receives it at mid, and it's a chase for possession and a loss by this High Ping team, and it will be sent right back to that backline player, -0 from Anomaly. Anomaly looking to start their offense and do it in a slower manner.
I like what they're doing, and I like that choice to just back it out and be careful here. They have the 3-point lead. Now, of course, they don't want to lose it, and just as much as anything, they don't want to leave this angle open because that would be a tie-up. So there you go, Acorn getting it back, but oh, good dive. Again, so bold on these dives we're seeing, but that one paid off pretty well.
It definitely did, and with this clear out and a chase from High Ping, they're looking to retrieve it in that bubble. They'll overshoot it, be able to pick it back up. Average Toast sending it right back for that reset. But no one is there, and they'll forfeit possession to Moonface at mid.
And we'll bounce right the way of Woosh. Woosh just analyzing, scanning the situation, knows he has a pass below, but look, another dive from Doug. Diving Doug, and reminds us of a certain Echo Arena fish that we all know and love. But that was a great job there. Yet again, that maybe enabled them a chance to tie it, but no, couldn't corral it in time. So all of the defense here from Anomaly back in the mix. Meanwhile, High Ping needing to find an angle. Oh, getting a little bit tangled. Doesn't matter. There's a score, and it's a 1-point match. Advantage still Anomaly, however.
Anomaly able to hold to this 1-point differential. 1 minute on the clock. It's still anyone's game. So they will receive it with about 55 seconds on the clock, and the clock is ticking and time is running out. So they have to either run this clock down or put points on the board. They cannot afford a turnover.
Not at all. So needing to put that patience and need to put that concentration to the test. That's a great stun to get them the disc back, and now maybe buying themselves a 2-on-2 goal of sorts, but no, it's going to be saved by Doug, and he's really coming through with some great defense. Not only the brawls and some of the steals, but even that save. He is doing a little bit of everything. Anomaly has to be careful right here because Doug is in the way. He's going to be leaving them swimming with the fishes if they're not careful. 17 seconds remaining.
And they will lose possession. His teammate will spin, and maybe he didn't call it out. But 10 seconds on the clock. They need to get this clear. They need to find their boost. They need to do it now. Time is running out. I can't say it enough. And they'll throw that interception at mid, and the time will run out. So Anomaly will win this first round by only 1 point.
Wow, what a round and what a finish that was. That was exciting. Unfortunately for High Ping, could not capitalize off of that fantastic defense, especially Doug in the goal with some great grabs. But nonetheless, Anomaly will squeeze through with this first round victory quite nicely, and just enough of a buffer there to outlast the stalwart D from High Ping.
Absolutely, and As the chat says, Doug with 1,000 saves. Doug coming through with those double saves, and the defense just not able to find the clears.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the one time that they did get possession along the floor, it seems like there was a miscommunication between these players as he twirled and he lost possession off the head of his teammate. So very unfortunate. You could see the intensity in that last few seconds, and it was just as intense for us as viewers as it was for these players.
Absolutely. And Walker Noble took my pun. Well, whatever. I was going to say, Doug's really a gamer. I really dig Doug. I'm going to say it anyways. Yeah, he's doing a great job for his team, certainly. And in terms of just, the team stats, I mean, nothing possession-wise, it's fairly even there. Only about 25 seconds or so separating the two teams, really. So even in that regard, and that's kind of reason the score is what it is. But nonetheless, we're going to start off this next round as I need to plug my controller back in, apparently.
Well, I can take over with the casting for the moment as they'll try and start it off, and they will, with a 3-point lead from Acorn at 15 meters.
Yeah, a great hit there. I mean, only 7 seconds in. Now, full credit to you, Walker, by the way. I approve, actually. Acorn there on the joust. Off the first joust of this round. And Anomaly, yeah, there you go, 3 points already. And I did see some discussion in the Twitch chat also, on the rosters here. And indeed, they're running with that full roster and getting everyone integrated into the mix. And it's good to see, all these players getting active, even within these different teams. Nothing else. I really want to see more of that kind of in Echo Arena's longer-term future. Just the idea, anyways, of being able to kind of have those, mid-round or mid-game kind of hockey switches and have these rosters, filled up, but just like this goal gets filled up with a dunk. And Acorn going a little bit nuts there with a ferocious slam. Just kidding. But it was a dunk nonetheless.
It would definitely be interesting to see line change-outs and plays in terms of if hockey has lines, players will shift. They'll jump off the ice, and another player will immediately jump in. And that would be interesting to see in Echo Arena with longer-paced games with intense and heightened physicality.
Yeah.
Where you definitely have exhaustion playing more of a factor.
Yeah.
In tournament play, you definitely see it a lot.
Yeah, I think it would have to have certain adjustments made around it, and not something in the near term, but it's a very interesting idea, really. As that shot was gonna have a little bit of a chance, slightly off, but still close, and you can see just the awareness of players on where they need to place those bounces to give it a good shot at going in.
Walker Noble saying line changes would be amazing, and trying to find this opportunity off the backboard, not there, will be -0. Looking to retrieve it off the wall. The stun out will come through, and another stun will come through. So we'll go back into the hands of Anomaly, looking for that cross pass, but it's not on target. It'll bounce back towards mid.
Oh, that it will. So with the first couple of goals to the tune of 5 points for Anomaly, it will be high ping, still in a position where they need to get on the scoreboard. But overall, their roster here for Anomaly, familiar with some of these players. Certainly high ping, a bit more unknown to me. Admittedly, and I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing from them on, just how they've maintained, the confidence, the control here. I mean, Moonface will get a score, granted, but all things considered, I'm impressed with what I'm seeing with them, just like several of these other teams on stream lately.
Absolutely, 7 minutes on the clock, 7-point lead. Joust advantage to high ping. So they're looking to put points on the board. They're looking to stop this momentum from Anomaly.
Yeah, and Anomaly definitely, like you said, the momentum is there for them. They're already just 1 point away from meeting their round 1 total, and we still have 6:42 in this round. So a huge burst of momentum, and that burst of a shot will not drop for them, but maybe on another grab here. There's one of those big pile-ups. And it will indeed just unfold back into the side wall where Whoosh can maintain. And there's the spreading of the floor. Once again, the great positioning, the great passing, the great finish. Whoosh! Indeed, the swoosh.
So with those 2 points to Whoosh, 9 points on the board, approaching the 6-minute mark. Anomaly's not taking any prisoners. They're giving it their all. And they'll have this lead, so Joust advantage back to high ping. Doug QBing. Doug looking for any opportunities, not feeling the pressure, going for that bounce and finding it. But under pressure will be the receiver, and Acorn will get the stun and the clear.
Yeah, so there you go. They've now surpassed their scoring total. They're looking to build it up some more. Right now it's a 2-on-2 at goal. Can they turn it into a 1? And it will be again. Suddenly, Sputnik Anomaly is really coming alive in this round after that close first round.
Whatever happened in those tubes, whatever they said to each other made a big difference. And they're finding a lot of success, and we're just now approaching 5 minutes. So 11-point lead. This is a different team. Anomaly got their stuff together in that break between the round, and they're looking to take this round and maybe a mercy.
And that long rollout not quite going their way. It was it looked like a decent attempt there, but just slightly too much mustard on the pass. So same with that one. So definitely one of those moments where sometimes the other team, they start picking up some fire, some heat there. That shot will bounce off the nest. But it's easy to the other teams start getting in those scrambled modes where it just feels like everything is kind of taking a bad bounce off of the edges and the islands. And I feel like, yeah, right now they kind of need to hunker down and settle down. Otherwise, it's going to be Whoosh just going to town again on the goal. 13, Baker's dozen, and a donut. Speaking of Bakers for high ping at the moment.
Now I'm just hungry. Now I'm just sitting here and I want some pastries.
Hey, join the party. It's been the case. There's a lot of teams with so many, even in the Twitch chat, so many food names. That's like all that's on my mind lately in these streams. Salsa in there could verify.
Give me that toothpaste and orange juice team.
What's wrong with you?
So we'll be in the hands of Average Toast. Picked up by Moonface, and they're going to send it right back to -0 at the back line. And they're just going to take their time. Then we're going to run this clock out. Maybe not going to go, maybe just being a little disrespectful right now with that twirl. Not under pressure.
Tell you what's
disrespectful. They'll send it to Whoosh.
Orange juice and toothpaste. I'm not going to drop that. We're going to have a discussion later, you and me.
So, with Moonface for that cross and Acorn with the finish at 3 meters, it's 15-0.
That was a nice finish from Acorn. Assist by Moonface. What can you say? Their team play has been pretty excellent overall. And yeah, just pulling up even the stats here. Look at that. 4 assists for Acorn, 3 for Moonface, and 2 for Whoosh. So that's a very nice spread of assists across 3 out of their 4 teammates for sure. And you love to see it in these, especially in these teams with newer rosters.
So they will go for that, and it will be a stop by Average Toast, diving out, finding it, but the clear's not there. Still in their half of the court. Be picked up along the wall by Short Luke. Short Luke sending it through 2. And they'll try and find this boost and clear. They don't have their stack together, and they'll try and prevent the other one, but they'll lose possession to that Anomaly defense.
And Anomaly now, it's -0. A very long pass to the tunnel, but Acorn aware of the approaching defender. That said, the stack sneakily coming on by with a grab. Couldn't find anything but the bounce there. That will get to the hands of Anomaly once more. Off to the other side it goes. Oh, bounce. Very interesting one. That could have been quite the highlight, but instead, Doug takes the disc back and clears.
-0 with possession. You're going to send that interception, and it's going to go through tube with the clear into the half court of Anomaly.
And just a race for the disc. We'll be there with some time to spare. Whoosh getting that disc first, and Average Toast trying to get back but getting stunned in the process as the clear does manage to go past the hands of a few players in the back line, but eventually Doug, yet again, maintaining control and getting that to his teammate Average Toast over by Bowtie.
And with possession will be Average Toast, finding that pass to Short Luke. Short Luke not able to connect with that shot. They picked up by the defense. Acorn sending it to the floor and able to get it, slap it out will be Whoosh. So it'll be picked up along that wall by Moonface, and they're just looking nice right now and going for that long shot attempt. But that backline player, Doug, is there to stop it.
Ever reliable, just kind of waiting there as if he was a catcher and playing some baseball or something. And yeah, he was just anchored in the perfect spot, and he's not really in any rush at this point. Although being down, they probably need to be. I think game a little bit out of hand at this point, but that is a say. Not to knock anything I've seen from Doug, because he's had some stellar grabs, steals, saves, the whole 9 yards.
Definitely making back-to-back saves in that first round, but not able to find the win in the first round. And the stop there by Moonface, and they'll pursue it with that stack through the tube. They'll have this advantage as they approach the bubble, and they'll take the shot. And they'll find it. They chased it because they didn't have faith in that shot, but it was in.
I don't think it's about faith necessarily. This is one of the things actually that used to be one of my minor pet peeves, you can call it, when I was playing on Eclipse. Every time a shot would go through from tunnel or what have you, a long three, I'd always be yelling like, "Hey, no, boost! I don't care if you think it's in. Let's boost, boost, boost!" You know, always getting the actions per minute in, making sure we're not thinking everything's a guarantee.
Absolutely, and you should never watch your shot from tube. You should immediately pursue it. But I'm just saying that with their body language, it looked like they were a little surprised. But that's just my prediction. And they'll mercy this round with the 3 from a shield. -0 will finish it right off. So not finding that runaway success in the first round, but coming away with it in the second round will be Anomaly over High Ping.
Yeah, that was a much more clearly decisive second round from Anomaly. Just they woke up and they put on a clinic. Not to say that they were sleeping at all in round 1, because High Ping was giving them an absolute just a task, a mountain of a task, because that came down right to the last seconds, quite literally, of that first round. So High Ping doing a fantastic job, a fantastic showing early on, but I think as the battle raged on, it was indeed Anomaly kind of finding their place and finding their good flow with this again this partial roster switch up from what we saw yesterday, and they did a good job adjusting. I like what they did.
Absolutely, and good plays by their team captain and whoever makes the decisions for Anomaly to incorporate their whole roster in this first week. And looking at the scores, you got Acorn with 9 points, 4 assists, 27 stuns, -0 with 2 saves, 3 points. Whoosh, 6 points, 3 assists. And Moonface, 9 points, 3 assists. So when they found a lot of success in the second round there, the scoreboard just took off. But Short Luke coming away with 5 points, 1 assist, 2 saves. Hi there, I'm Doug with 2 steals and 6 saves. And Average Toast with 2 points and 1 assist. And Brandon Chandler coming in with 1 save and 6 stuns.
And there you go. That's a story of the match. I think only other thing I just want to point out, because again, it was so impressive from a team that is not new in players, but just new in terms of this roster, this 4-man or rather 6-man roster. Look at the assists. I mean, from Anomaly, I mean, 83% of the assists, and those are the ones that, as I said, I love the passing game so much, and seeing any team come into week 1 of season 2, whether it was in yesterday's match or in today's match, Anomaly has been very solid with that. And even High Ping, again, like that first round, they were just as solid, and hence why they almost took it away. So, love to see it. I think there's promising times ahead for both of these teams. I'm curious to see where they fall into place after these first couple weeks of that MMR and whatnot kind of settles in.
Absolutely, and good match to both teams. High Ping able to keep Anomaly's offensive onslaught at bay in the first round, but it's not able to put them in their stop them in their tracks in the second round, and Anomaly would end up running away with the win.
Yeah. Well, for our next stream here, going to be at the top of the hour, which is 30 minutes away, and that's going to be There Is No Team versus High Voltage. So the stream debut of There Is No Team, of course, they were a team. They are a team, but they were a team last season and had some incredible. Some of my favorite matches last season were from There Is No Team, and their roster mostly the same here, running with Gygasm, Huzzah, White Dragon, and Late Toast. So Late Toast being the one new addition. White Dragon, for those maybe unaware, is a Ready at Dawn developer there. So that was kind of one of the fun parts to watch last season, because they also had Rad David N, who a lot of people know around the community pretty actively in pubs and on the Discord. So, but that said, White Dragon remaining on that roster, it looks like, and that'll be a fun debut from them. Meanwhile, against High Voltage, who we also saw on stream actually just a couple days ago, if I do recall. And in fact, maybe I'll just double check. And yeah, that was the case. It was a High Voltage versus Golden Wind, and High Voltage won that one over on Tuesday. But until then, thank you everyone for joining us once more. We'll be back in about half an hour. Quick shout outs to everyone in there once again. See ya, Mild Salsa, Walker Noble, FaZe, Owen Master, Single Shot, and Woosh also stopping in there after the game, and National Agency saying GG's. Had far earlier on as well. So thank you guys for stopping in. Of course, Chocolate and Sweet Tooth, Xander, can't forget all of them up above there and cheering on the team. Okay, so until then, I've been Palidore. That's been SputnikKobra. It's been VRML. I feel like I'll save my full sign off for the actual end of the night this time. So I'll see you in half an hour. Have fun. Be safe.